thing I think I'm most proud of as this church is our outreach to the community, whether it's the fly programs, whether it's through the various volunteer activities, the Haiti missions.
I grew up in Marion Methodist. I was baptized there, was confirmed, married, baptized my own son. He's now getting confirmed, so Marion Methodist means a lot to me and my family.
I've been able to find people who share the same values and beliefs as me, because it's hard to find that out in the regular world. And at 412, I'm able to find people who share the same values as me and are able to encourage me and help me build my faith and help me grow as a person.
The mission of Marion Methodist is to make disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world. It's time for our congregation to transform who we are into who we will become. What once was a field of grain will now be the land for our new church. We'll be entering a new time of planting seeds and cultivating a new harvest. As a family of faith, we've continuously recognized that our buildings have a primary purpose. They help us do a better job of carrying out our mission to the people of Marion. In order to accomplish our mission of making disciples, we've changed facilities at least 4 times in the course of our history. Currently, we're at a crossroads again. Our current buildings are hindering the mission and growth at Marion Methodist for a few reasons. The present sanctuary has held generations of Christians in Marion, but is inadequate for the needs of our church family today. We have 4 services each Sunday with very little time in between to connect with one another, meet new people, or reflect on the worship service together. On Christmas Eve and Easter, these issues are even more evident. Even with 5 service times, we struggle to fit everyone into our fixed pews that don't allow for much personal space to begin with. At some services, we are forced to use the chapel as an overflow room and have a video feed projected on a screen. The fact that we often have an overflowing, cramped sanctuary is both a blessing and a wonderful problem, but if we want to grow in our mission to make disciples of Jesus, we need more room to accommodate everybody. Our fellowship hall is currently the best place to share coffee, a snack, and the company of one another. However, this room is located in the basement, which can be a chore for those who need physical assistance. Plus, since it is an old basement in an old building, even though we always keep it clean, it doesn't feel very welcoming. If you need to use the restrooms during a worship service, you have to plan ahead. Our restrooms are difficult to find.
It's a trip out the back of the sanctuary, down the hallway, down the ramp, and to the elevators. Down the elevators, and then to a what's presumably a handicapped accessible restroom in the basement, which barely meets code.
We all know that parking is an issue at Marion Methodist, but have you ever thought about what it would be like finding a spot if it was your first Sunday? Visitors typically decide within the first 7 minutes of their visit whether they will come back. At our location right now, the first 7 minutes might be spent finding a place to park. We have awesome programs for children and adults, and our classes are held in many different rooms spread throughout 3 floors of our education wing. Parents with more than one child often have to visit multiple floors to gather the whole family.
Sunday school has been on 3 different floors, really since I was in Sunday school. And so if you're, a parent and you're imagining trying to send your child from the church to get to a Sunday school classroom, having to navigate 3 different sets of floors and lots of turns and twists, it's definitely a challenge. So nobody that I know of sends their kid alone because you're afraid they might not make it there.
While our nursery holds some of our most adorable church members, it is located in a different part of the church and lacks the capability to house multiple changing stations or a sink to wash up in. To continue to grow these ministries, it is essential we have larger, more accessible classrooms and a full-service nursery that meets our needs now and for the future. So, what can be done? How can our church be more welcoming, accessible, and serve our community? We are excited to address these needs by constructing a 30,000 square foot church facility on our land in a growing area of Marion. Let's see what's possible with our new sanctuary. Our new sanctuary's large platform has ample space for worship leaders and musicians and is designed to be aesthetically pleasing for weddings and worship services. There are 3 clear points of entry into the sanctuary. With the ample, easy-to-access fellowship space in the narthex, everybody can visit and connect before and after services without feeling rushed or crowded. The new plan includes multiple conveniently located restrooms. Family and accessible restrooms are located near the back of the sanctuary. Large accessible restrooms for women and men are located off of the fellowship space next to the kitchen and close to the educational wing. Discipleship is an important part of the spiritual growth program for our church. Our new plan includes a large wing dedicated to Christian education. All of the classrooms are on one level, as is our fellowship space and sanctuary, so everyone can easily navigate where they're going. A nursery and a toddler room complete with safe and modern amenities will delight our families. This is located just off of the fellowship space. We plan to sell our existing building as soon as a buyer emerges. It has served us well for many years, and we pray that it will be used for good in the future. Our offices and some programs will remain in the former Carnegie Library on 7th Avenue for the foreseeable future. To address the financial need for our ministry expansion, we are initiating an intensive fundraising effort called the Transform Campaign. Our aim with this important effort is to raise the funds required to build our new church. Our groundbreaking goal is $3.1 million, which enables us to secure the funds and pledges we need to break ground and begin construction. Our ultimate goal is $6.3 million, which enables us to complete the proposed project without lingering debt. If you consider Marion Methodist your church home, we are asking you to give above and beyond what you give in regular offerings toward this special campaign. There are a variety of ways that gifts can be made.
Participation in the Transform campaign can be done in a variety of ways. First of all, prayer is very important for the campaign, and we hope that everybody prays for the program. Secondly, you can contribute financial assets through a giving program, whether it's a weekly or a monthly program or an end-of-the-year type structure. And you can give financial assets such as stocks and bonds and those type. And you can even give old cars or boats or vehicles to the program, and we'll utilize those assets in the program.
Whatever the gift or your method of making it is, we assure you that your support is both urgently needed and greatly appreciated. Through prayers, volunteering, and sacrificial financial support of everyone, we will succeed in our mission. Will you join us in this exciting and essential effort to better our service to one another, to our community, and to Christ?